Capturing Kids' Hearts is a process that is used by teachers around the country. It's actually, I think, in about 48 states and even 4 countries. And it gives teachers those tools to help them create relationships among students. We have teachers in Andover that already have great relationships with kids. And what this does is takes that a step further and to really create that environment where the kids have great relationships with each other, because you want to create a high-performing team in the classrooms to bring out their best learning, to bring out their best selves, and then they will carry that out into the schools, out into the community. So Capturing Kids' Hearts, I think, is a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful process. It's, like I said, it's intentional tools. And we use something to create those relationships called the Excel model. And the Excel model starts out with engaging with kids, which is a meet and greet. So we encourage teachers to stand outside their door before every class and shake students' hands. And the reason why we use handshaking as the tool to use is because it's a skill they need in life. There's actually research that says you can earn about $10,000 more a year if you have the skill of a handshake. It is never too young to learn the skill when even you're in elementary school, and it's an appropriate touch. It's what gets you the job. And it also allows for each teacher to connect personally, because it takes that little extra step, that eye contact, but it's only about 3 to 5 seconds. And so it's a really great way to connect with every single kid that walks in your room.
I started Capturing Kids' Hearts last year. It was in the first round of people being trained, so I've kind of done this for more than a year. And I went into it not knowing very much about it. I just thought it was, oh, you shake kids' hands at the door, talk to them, ask them what their good things are, things like that. After I went through the program, I came back and I took a day to just explain to the kids what I'd been through for the week, and it completely changed my classroom. When I came back, I always thought that I had a good relationship with kids. I love teaching. I love my job. And I thought that I engaged with every child that came into my classroom. And when I came back, I noticed how many kids I missed. I thought I wasn't missing them. I thought I knew them. I thought I had a great relationship with them, and I did. But it wasn't a deep relationship where they knew that my main goal is to create a safe environment where they know that they can come to school every day and they're cared for. And I believe that if we can reach students' hearts, then we can reach them with the content as well. Because if they know that I care, then they're going to try harder in my class to learn the content. I had a student, he came in the middle of the year last year, so he was rather new. He was from California, and he really didn't talk in class, was kind of a loner. It was kind of hard for him to fit in, and I had always, said hi to him and talked with him. And after I came back and told them all about my experience, that day I had him during lunch hour, and we were walking down the hall, and he was walking with me, and all of a sudden he just opened up to me, and he was like, I've been having a really hard time with my mom, and we aren't getting along, and she won't wake me up for school. And he just started telling me all these things that were on his plate that I had no idea about. And I wouldn't have known that had I not explored with him, had I not gone out there and, opened myself up to them. And from that day on, he was just a different kid in my class. And there are so many stories like that of kids who don't have all those problems, but they just didn't feel safe enough to come to me with things. I held a football player in my arms crying earlier this week because his mom had, was in the hurricane, and he was scared and couldn't get a hold of her. And he came into my classroom during my plan, and he was just ball of tears, And I feel like my job is to fill that gap. And through this program, I've been able to do that.
It is critical because we have students that come to us with all kinds of needs. And like I said before, I think that we have really good relationships with our students. But I do believe that when you have the intentional tools that are given to you with Capturing Kids' Hearts, you're much more intentional about meeting every single kid. And I believe that every single kid should walk into a school and have a meaningful relationship with an adult. And by implementing these tools, as a principal, I want to guarantee parents that your child will be acknowledged in the day, and your child will have somebody in this building that they can go to if they need someone. And that's truly why I think Capturing Kids' Hearts is so amazing, because I want to be able to give the teachers the tools so that I can assure parents and community your kid will be acknowledged during the day. We tend to acknowledge those high flyers in the building, and we all know who the kids are that are maybe messing up. But there's that really broad range of kids that when you start shaking hands with them, when you start doing good things, you really start learning more about kids than you ever imagined possible, because you're more intentional about it.
It makes me feel like I am just excited to learn. Like, the teachers have more energy, and the teachers just feel like they're engaged in our learning, and so then I feel like I am actually here to learn something and not just to fill out worksheets and do random work for no reason.
It lets them know that a teacher's noticing them. It's not like you just walk in class and your teacher's back at the computer and you just sit down and they stand up and start talking to class. I mean, they probably wouldn't even know you're there until they put your grade in the grade books.
Something like Capturing Kids' Hearts really teaches those soft skills that we need, that employers are looking for. They want kids that know how to work together, and because it is a leadership model, a teaching model, a relationship model, I think it is only going to impact the community, because you're going to be getting students that know how to work together, that know how to deal with things in times of conflict. We also have students who struggle with mental health issues in our district. We have high achieving students. And so to be able to teach them skills that they might need to persevere, to have that grit, those are all the kinds of things that I think employers want as well. And so when we talk about soft skills, I'm not always very confident that we as schools are able to do that piece. But what I love about Capturing Kids' Hearts is it's just embedded. It's just embedded as part of your day. It's not something extra. It's not a program. It's really just embedded in what you do every single day, day in and day out, but incorporates all those things that we're looking for when they leave us, so that they can be successful adults in life. And I just think that's sometimes what we're missing in school districts, is that piece. One, because programs can be expensive, and there's not always money for that. But I firmly believe that we are creating really great citizens when we use something like Capturing Kids' Hearts.
Can you help fund Capturing Kids' Hearts?
Will you help fund Capturing Kids' Hearts for Andover?
Will you help fund Capturing Kids' Hearts here in Andover?
Will you make Capturing Kids' Hearts a reality tonight?